Hey everybody, it's David here, and today we're gonna be doing some more buttons. Can't just do buttons again. No buttons today. Today we're gonna be designing progress bars. Progress bars are great to represent some kind of progression that your player experiences in the game. Today let's do something a little bit different than what we did in the previous videos and add some theme, and let's do something more futuristic. So let's begin. First let's make a brush, something that we're gonna use later in our video. We are gonna do a bubble brush. The brush settings, hard edges, we'll do a lot more spacing. We're gonna add shape dynamics to 100%, scattering should be higher, spacing, and here you go, a bubble brush preset for you to use later in our video, and I show you when exactly. We will create basic shapes. So up until now, very easy, right? Only shape and radius, and this is where it's becoming interesting. And let's start cutting elements out of it. Combine those two shapes, merge them. Now select our rectangle and subtract front shape. So let's copy this shape, cover the whole base completely. To make this even more interesting, play with this shape as well, something that will read and tell us, hey, look at me, I'm from the future, I have sharp edges and I'm dynamic. This is exactly what we're looking for. Let's copy this whole thing and move it behind our main element, just to give it additional shapes in the overall design. Drop down the opacity a bit, copy it once more. We have some interesting shapes going on already. Now we will do the same exact thing for our progress bar fill element. Small bar, copy it, make it big, and merge them. And of course we need to fill it with color. So right now we have our fill color, and now let's create a duplicate of it, the base element of this fill color. Now let's just see how it looks like. Looks interesting. We have our base shapes. Let's look at it and appreciate it. Looking good. Now let's add some interesting layer styles to what we just did. We should keep it in this futuristic theme, but also give it some casual feel as well. So what I like to do when I do futuristic stuff is keep it all very clean in these light shades of the color. Now let's add some inner shadow, keep it very subtle. This will give it futuristic theme. Okay, it works for me at the moment. Let's do the same for our fill color. We're gonna do this green and we will see how it looks like. Looks pretty nice, even as simple as that. But I also want to add some kind of secondary color, add darker shade of green, and of course inner shadow in all directions with a very bright green color to it as well. What I think we are missing, this shape here, it's too strong. Okay, and it's okay. Sometimes you notice stuff as you go. So let's add another point here on this shape. Okay. So what we have now is our basic shapes, and you know what? I think we can scale them down a bit and extrude everything, because it's all shapes. We have absolutely no problem doing this, okay? And if it was hand painted, we would be in big trouble, right? So fill color, let's add some interesting effects to it as well. For example, this drop shadow that we use as our glows. Good. So to keep it fast, all I do is just select a brush with soft edges, click on the tip of the progress bar. This way I create a highlight element that glows on this bar. Make it a little bit rounded like that. I think it looks really nice. Okay, after we added our layer styles, it's time to add some hand-drawn elements, and it's really simple. Brush stroke with soft edges. Let's make a line out of it. So we will add one here at the top, and we will copy it to the bottom of our progress bar, and maybe make it just a bit smaller like that. Looks like some kind of rocket that flies somewhere, which is good. Things need to look dynamic and energetic when we do futuristic stuff. Otherwise it's just eh. Do you remember the brush that we did in the beginning of the video? This is the time when we use it. you create this bubbly effect of the progress bars in the casual games, and this is how we combine a casual game with some kind of futuristic theme to it. Some random spots. If we want to kick it just a tiny bit, add some kind of glow to make it glow even more, because it's a game, and as we already said, it should be fun. Let's add some numbers. Interesting. And let's have a title power bar. Okay, something like this. So we have the percentage, we have the title of this progress bar. Basically now we're done with the main shape, layer styles, hand painted elements as well. Now we can add some more details, star shines, so we can have some of them right here, for example, here as well. And let's do one little shine over here as well, right? Lines. So here we do need only the stroke, and we're gonna make it a clipping mask of this base color. And of course, let's enable the blend interior effect as group and disable blend clipped layer as group. Bigger stroke, add drop shadow to it and make it very bright like this. Okay, and now the fill of this shape, we're gonna drop it down a lot like this. I'm not sure we really need it, but you know, it's something we can use it as some kind of texture. Now when we have our main progress bar, let's do something really interesting and make this whole thing a screen in your game. Right now we have this power progress bar, copy everything and call this one on speed and adjust its parameters. I don't really care what is the correct percentage and its representation on the bar, but I just want to create this interesting shape for the presentation of these three progress bars. And here let's do 91. And now let's bring the orange button from our previous video and see how it fits. It looks like a game already. Let's change this button to be the upgrade button for the skills of this character, right? Bring it up. And here we're gonna have our value amount it will take us to upgrade this character. So let's go with 4,000. As you can see, we have no currency in our game. Let's do just some kind of star to represent some kind of currency at the moment. What we are missing here in terms of the experience of this screen is what exactly is gonna be changed once I, as a player, press this upgrade button. We're gonna create an indication for the simplicity of our players to understand what's changing. And this is how we're gonna tell our players that, hey, whatever is this orange button does, this is the change. So hopefully now to the player it's gonna be clear that these orange indicators are actually what the player is upgrading to. It's still something that we should think about when we create this kind of experience. So we should communicate clear message. Don't forget to like this video and consider subscribing to the channel. And don't forget to check my other videos because they are also insightful as. Until the next time. Bye bye.